So I was on this live conference yesterday, and it was so many speakers that said so many profound things. And something that I said that I want to kind of reiterate to my audience and my group and my supporters is that you have to play the numbers game. Whether you're an artist, producer, singer, songwriter, you should be playing the numbers game. We live in a time where social media is a very saturated market nowadays. So to be able to stick out, you have to outwork everybody. So if you're a songwriter, you have to be writing more songs. If you're a producer, you have to be making more beats than anybody. You have to just be able to outwork your competition, because it's going to be that time when you're ready for your opportunity, or when you have your opportunity, you have to be ready for it. For example, like anytime that I work with a producer, I'm trying to do 100 hooks. I'm trying to do 100 songs. If I'm trying to get a placement, I'm trying to get 100 of them, because I know that one is going to hit. So my ratio is, if I do 100, one is going to be a hit. So, do people have the tenacity to do 100 records? You know what I mean? But we have technology at our hands that we're able to create so quickly. We have to just be able to deliver. If you're an artist, why don't you have 100 songs? Because the studio was nothing but a laptop, headphones, microphone, and the audio interface, and Pro Tools with some plugins. Back in the day, that would have been 100,000. That would have been $1 million setup. And I literally take a studio with me everywhere, because at a moment's notice, I want to be able to deliver. And one thing about it is, when you start playing the numbers game, you're going to condition yourself to be ready at all times. It's just like going to the gym. Like when I go to the gym every day, I see the same people. The reason that I see the same people is because these people are conditioning to just go to the gym. They don't think about it. It's a part of their daily routine. So you have to be able to create what you do in your art to becoming a daily routine where you don't even think about it. Oh, I got to record at 3 o'clock. Oh, I got to record at 12. It's just a part of what you do. So then, like, when you get to the opportunity that somebody put you in the studio or somebody wants to test you, you'll be ready. So everything starts with playing the numbers game. Like, too often we get around people who just want to promise us that we're going to make one album or one song and it's going to be a hit record. It doesn't work like that. One thing about playing the numbers games is that when you put more records out there into the universe, you create more licenses. Everything in this business is about licensing. Everything. Ownership of property and licensing that property. Because once you create these babies or these houses or this intellectual property, you need to do stuff with it. It needs to make money. It needs to float around, because if your song was in a movie or your song was on Spotify, that's just all licensing. But what if you had 100 of them? That's all working on your behalf. These songs can become soldiers and employees for you. And that's essentially what you have to make your property. You have to make them soldiers. You have to make them employees for you. So what I want to tell you guys is play the numbers game. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. It's a number game. Every year, come up with a goal. Every month, come up with a goal. Every day, come up with the goal of how much you're just going to create, how many people you're going to talk to. And it doesn't even just work with just making music. It's about connections as well. Like, I'm always trying to play the numbers games with the connections that I'm trying to make. If I make 20 connections, 3 of them are going to be super important to my success. Or either one might be super important to my success. Might even be a life-changing connection that I need. Play the numbers game. So play the numbers game, play the numbers game, play the numbers game. And that's just the information that I got for you all today. Hopefully you heed my advice. If you need any more advice, don't be afraid to DM me or hit me up, or either reach out for a consultation. It's your boy Fedarro.